Yo, what's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? What's up, Sports Heads? Your boy Dread is back. Can't see the dreads right now because they braided up in a ponytail, as you can see, which is why they're under the hat. But anyway, I wanted to give you guys my NBA playoff prediction for the first round of this tournament going into the NBA Finals. And I meant to do this earlier last week before the finals kicked off, but I couldn't because had other stuff, other obligations, work, school, life, all that other stuff. But a lot of the games. Going up into this week and going into next week are leading up into game threes and game fours. But I figure, what the hell, it's still earlier in the series, so it's not too late to give you guys my prediction because anything can happen in the NBA playoffs. Now, the Dallas Mavericks versus the San Antonio Spurs. 1 seed versus 8 seed. All right, I had asked this question on Facebook in one of the sports groups, like, when was the last time a number 1 seed lost to a number 8 seed? But it's been known to happen. But San Antonio, they are leading the series, and the next game is tonight. But Dallas, they'll always give you a run for your money, but I don't really see them coming out of this series. Come on, both teams are quote unquote old. I like to call them veteran teams, but a lot of people like to call them old, especially with Dirk Nowitzki. But Dallas, they don't really have enough team structure. They might have the athleticism, but they don't have enough team structure to go to full 7 games. And the Spurs, they are. Even though the Spurs are old and they are a veteran team, the Spurs are completely polished. They're probably the most versatile and well-rounded team in this NBA Finals. And they're probably the most defensively sound team, not only in the Western Conference, but in the NBA in general. But anyway, even though this is only going into the second game of this series, I'm going to say that the San Antonio Spurs are going to win this series 4-2. It's gonna go to 6 games. Dallas may steal a third game, but I'm not counting on it. It's gonna all right. Spurs gonna win the series 4-2. Now, Memphis versus Oklahoma City. The series is currently tied 1-1, but the Oklahoma City, that's a team that always give you all you can handle and then some. But Memphis is known for their defense, but the OKC they played full court press, fast paced basketball. But who has more momentum going into the stretch? If Memphis steals a home game from OKC, they might have a chance. And they might go to full 7. Hell, who knows? OKC could possibly lose if they slack. But I feel like the only thing that would actually hold them back would be injuries. And they're looking pretty healthy right now. So I say that OKC is going to get this series over the Memphis Grizzlies 4-2. Now, this is the one that I've been dreading predicting the most in the West. The Golden State Warriors versus the Los Angeles Clippers. Wow. This is probably going to be the hardest series to predict. Because it really could go either way. Because the way this series is going to work, where one team lacks, the other team makes up for. What one team is missing, the other team has. This is kind of why it's going to be hard to predict this series. And what this series is going to come down to is mistakes made by other teams and missed opportunities. For example, y'all seen in Game 1 where Blake Griffin got fouled out, and that really did hurt the team, and they lost very, very close. And as much as I hate to say this, with me liking the Los Angeles Clippers, I feel like that they're not going to make it. I feel like this is going to go the full 7 games, and the Golden State Warriors are just going to scrape it out. So, yeah, that's my prediction for that one. Now, Houston Rockets versus the Portland Trailblazers. Now, I feel like the Portland Trailblazers are kind of a slept-on talent, and they're kind of underrated as far as the offense goes. Come on, you look at DeMar DeRozan. But being underrated is not enough, especially against a top-caliber team, or at least a team that was, quote-unquote, good enough to make it into the NBA Finals or into the NBA playoffs. Now, this is going to be another one that's going to come into missed opportunities because both of these teams, not like the Warriors and the Clippers, where both teams lack, where one team lack what the other team makes up at. This one is kind of a neck and neck series, and the Rockets, they could easily lose this series, but I just don't feel like they will. But I do feel like this is going to be one that's going to go the full 7 games, and the Houston Rockets are going to scrape this one out. Now, we got the number 1 seed, Indiana Pacers, versus the number 8 seed, Atlanta Hawks. And the Hawks actually did steal one from from the Indiana Pacers, which came to much of my surprise. Now the Indiana Pacers, they are scary. They are very, very scary. And Paul George, he's gonna this is where we're gonna see what he's really made of, because last year the Indiana Pacers gave the Miami Heat, the number one seed Miami Heat, all they could handle and then some. It took them the full 7 games. Now I thought they was gonna actually win the whole thing. But is Atlanta really a team to be slept on? No. But will they win? Will they take it the full 7 games? I don't think so. I think that I think it's gonna be 4-2 for the Indiana Pacers. Now Chicago versus the Washington Bullets. I said Washington Bullets. This is not 2001. The Washington Wizards. The Washington Wizards, they currently lead 2-0. Now, if they win this next game, it's gonna get very, very ugly. And what's a shame is I thought the Bulls this year had potential going to the finals. I mean, have they missed the finals or have they missed a playoff series in the past, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years? I don't think they have. But, I mean, they're just missing that extra formula. I think, call me crazy, this is going to go to full 7 games. The Bulls are going to get it together, but to no avail. I think that the Washington Wizards are going to steal this series 4-3. Now, the Miami Heat versus the Charlotte Bobcats. I think this one is pretty much a foregone conclusion. I mean, Miami Heat, they are a well-rounded team. The Charlotte Bobcats, they got potential, but they just don't have the it factor. They just don't have what it takes to beat the Miami Heat. They don't have the experience. They may have the talent. They got the potential, but that ain't, potential is not enough if that potential is not unlocked. You have to have more. You got to have a team effort. You got to have work effort. You got to have system, and you have to have your star players, make plays when they count. But I'm gonna give them the benefit. A lot of people say that Bobcats are gonna get swept, but I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. They're gonna steal 1 game from the Miami Heat, but I'm gonna give the series to Miami Heat 4-1. Now, the Brooklyn Nets versus the Toronto Raptors. Also, the Brooklyn Nets. I say the Brooklyn Nets are probably the most dangerous team in the playoffs because you never know which Brooklyn Nets is going to show up. But, I mean, Toronto, they are not a lay down and die type of team. They are going to fight. But is it going to be enough to beat the Brooklyn Nets? The old Brooklyn Nets? I mean, Toronto, I see. One thing they need to do is they need to patch up the holes in their defense. I mean, if they patch up the holes in their defense and make steal plays, rebounds, stealing, stolen balls, they might actually have a chance. But I feel like going down the stretch, Brooklyn's going to be too much for them. So I say it's going to go 6 games. Maybe it could go to full 7, but regardless, I'm going to give this one to the Brooklyn Nets, whether it goes to full 7 or not. But anyway, thank y'all for watching Sport Hits. Who y'all think is going to win this from? Put all your predictions in the comments section. Who you think is going to win this round of the playoffs and the next round? All right, I'll see you guys in the next video coming up soon. Peace.